Good morning, everyone. On this first slide, we set the stage for why Netflix's architecture is legendary. When you think about streaming, you're talking about a platform that must deliver personalized recommendations, instant playback, and flawless 4K HDR content to hundreds of millions of users simultaneously across every continent. Today, we're going to unpack exactly how they designed their system to handle this kind of scale without breaking a sweat. We'll see how every service can scale independently, how they embrace failure as a feature, and how this architecture became the blueprint for modern cloud native systems. By the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to apply these exact lessons to your own projects. Let's go back to the beginning. Netflix started as a DVD by mail company with a traditional monolithic architecture. As streaming took off in 2007 2010, that monolith began to show serious cracks. Releases took weeks. One small change could bring the whole system down, and scaling became incredibly expensive. On this slide, we'll understand exactly why they made the brave decision to break everything apart into microservices. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It took years of careful planning, and the lessons they learned are gold for anyone facing legacy modernization. The monolith was a Java application that had grown to millions of lines of code. Deployment cycles were measured in weeks, and every release carried huge risk. A single service handling recommendations or billing would force the entire application to scale, wasting massive resources. They calculated that continuing with the monolith would make it impossible to innovate at the speed the market demanded. This is the exact problem we covered in day 37 on refactoring legacy systems. Netflix chose to extract services one by one, using the strangler fig pattern while keeping the monolith running in parallel until the new system was ready. The migration reduced their release time from weeks to hours and allowed each team to own and scale their service independently. Netflix didn't just break the monolith, they built an entirely new set of principles that guide every decision. You build it, you run it means the team that writes the code also operates it 24/7. They treat failure as inevitable and design everything around it. Today, we'll explore these principles in depth and see how they translate into concrete architectural choices that deliver the incredible scalability we all admire. These principles are the foundation. Every microservice is owned end to end by a small team. Services communicate only through well-defined APIs. Data is duplicated where needed for performance and resilience. They run in multiple AWS regions with active-active failover. This directly connects to the domain-driven design we studied on day 21 and the hexagonal architecture on day 23. The result? They can deploy thousands of times per day with zero downtime for users. One of the first problems Netflix solved was, how do services find each other? Their answer was Eureka, their own service discovery solution. On this slide, we'll see how Eureka enables thousands of instances to locate each other dynamically without hard-coded IPs. Eureka is a REST-based service registry. Every instance registers itself with heartbeat signals. Clients use client-side load balancing, Ribbon, to discover healthy instances. This pattern eliminates single points of failure and allows seamless scaling. It's a perfect example of the service discovery we touched on in day 27. Netflix runs multiple Eureka clusters across regions for global resilience. How do you prevent one failing service from bringing down the entire platform? For Netflix, the answer was Hystrix, their implementation of the circuit breaker pattern. On this slide, we'll see how Hystrix provides latency and fault tolerance for distributed systems. Microservices often depend on dozens of other services. If one becomes slow or fails, it can exhaust threads and resources in calling services, leading to a cascading failure. Hystrix wraps every call in a circuit breaker. If the error rate passes a threshold, the circuit trips, and all subsequent calls fail fast or return a fallback response, protecting the rest of the system. This directly applies the resilience patterns we discussed in day 28. Although Hystrix is now
Netflix assumes that services will fail. Instead of hoping nothing breaks, they built Hystrix to handle failures gracefully. Let's explore how this library protects the entire ecosystem. Hystrix implements the circuit breaker pattern we studied on day 28. When a downstream service becomes slow or unavailable, Hystrix opens the circuit and immediately serves fallback responses, often from cache or default values. It uses thread pools for isolation, so one failing service cannot overwhelm the caller. The dashboard gives teams real-time visibility into failure rates across the fleet. This pattern prevents small problems from becoming massive outages. One of Netflix's most famous innovations is chaos engineering. They deliberately break their own system in production to make it stronger. This approach is both bold and incredibly effective. Chaos Monkey randomly kills EC2 instances during business hours. Other tools in the Simian army add latency, kill entire regions, or simulate network problems. By running these experiments continuously, Netflix ensures that when real failures occur, the system is already prepared. This practice started in 2011 and has become a standard in high-scale organizations. It perfectly complements the reliability patterns we discussed on day 17. Netflix serves users on every continent with consistently low latency. Their multi-region strategy is a masterclass in global scalability. They run active-active setups so traffic can be shifted between regions instantly. Data is replicated using tools like Cassandra and EVCache. Global server load balancing routes users to the nearest healthy region. This architecture provides both massive scalability and strong disaster recovery capabilities. Netflix deploys code hundreds or even thousands of times every day safely, thanks to Spinnaker. Spinnaker, which Netflix open-sourced, supports advanced deployment strategies, including canary releases and blue-green deployments across AWS, Kubernetes, and other clouds. Automated rollbacks and pipeline visibility allow them to move extremely fast while keeping risk low. Exactly the zero downtime techniques we covered on day 39. At this scale, you cannot manage what you cannot see. Netflix built a powerful observability stack that gives teams full insight. Atlas collects and visualizes billions of metrics every second. Mantis processes real-time event streams, and Zipkin provides distributed tracing so engineers can follow a request across dozens of services. This builds directly on the monitoring and logging best practices from day 18.
Fast, personalized experiences would be impossible without intelligent caching. EVCache is their distributed memcached-based solution that stores terabytes of hot data in memory across clusters. They use multiple cache layers, client-side, edge, regional, with smart invalidation logic. This is the caching strategies we learned on day 12 applied at extreme scale. Fast, personalized experiences would be impossible without intelligent caching. EVCache is their distributed memcached-based solution that stores terabytes of hot data in memory across clusters. They use multiple cache layers, client-side, edge, regional, with smart invalidation logic. This is the caching strategies we learned on day 12 applied at extreme scale. Even at massive scale, security and compliance are never compromised. Every service enforces its own authorization. Security checks are automated in the CI/CD pipeline, and important decisions are recorded using architectural decision records, as we learned on day 36. This directly connects to our entire day 41 lesson on compliance and governance. Running infrastructure at Netflix scale requires disciplined cost management. They combine reserved instances for predictable baseline load with spot instances for burst capacity, exactly the hybrid strategies we explored on day 40. Aggressive per-service auto-scaling and right-sizing help keep costs under control while maintaining performance. Technology alone is not enough. The organizational culture is equally important. Netflix keeps teams small and gives them complete ownership of their services. This alignment between architecture and team boundaries is a beautiful example of Conway's Law in action, which we touched on in earlier lessons about collaborative design.
Netflix learned many lessons the hard way over the years. Common anti-patterns include turning microservices into a distributed monolith or making services too chatty. The advice is clear: start small, design for failure early, and evolve the system gradually. Netflix's influence goes far beyond streaming platforms. Tools like Eureka, Zuul, Hystrix, and Spinnaker shaped modern cloud-native ecosystems. Many ideas we see in service meshes and observability platforms today trace their roots back to Netflix's innovations. The best part is that you can start applying these lessons even if you are not at Netflix scale. Pick one or two patterns. For example, implement a circuit breaker or set up simple chaos testing and introduce them to your current system. Use the 30-90-day roadmaps we've seen in previous days to make steady, measurable progress.
Today, we took a deep dive into how Netflix built one of the most scalable systems in the world. We saw how technical patterns and strong engineering culture work together to deliver reliability and speed at planet scale. This lesson ties together many concepts from the entire course. That brings us to the end of today's lesson. Tomorrow, we continue the case study series with Uber's architecture journey.
Let's come to the homework. Do as homework implementing one small pattern can significantly improve your system's scalability and resilience. If you have questions about anything we covered today, leave them in the comments and we will answer them.